Welcome to the second part of the Arkham Noir tutorial video. This part looks at how the game is played. Arkham Noir is a solo game in which you'll be taking a series of turns, continuing until you meet one of the three game end conditions. Each turn consists of two phases, the action phase and the maintenance phase. During the action phase, you take the first lead card and perform one action, and during the maintenance phase, you perform all four of the maintenance actions and check to see if you meet the game end conditions. There are three game end conditions. The game ends in a victory if you score 5 puzzle clue cards of different clue types. The game ends in defeat if you have 5 clue cards in your stability penalty area, or if you run out of victim cards and must draw one. We will now look at the action phase in more detail. Each turn during your action phase, you're going to take the first lead card and perform one action. The first lead card is the leftmost card in the lead row. The action you take will always be one of the following 5 options, which we will look at in more detail. The first option is to take the lead card and add it to the cards in your hand. You've got a hand limit of 3 cards, so if you end up with more than 3 cards, you're going to need to discard one, which means that this is a good time to talk about discarding clue cards. Anytime you discard a clue card during the game, you need to look for the time penalty icon in the bottom right portion of the card. If you find the icon, you need to place that card in your time penalty area. If, on the other hand, the card does not have a time penalty icon, put it in the discard stack. Your second option for the first lead card is to take it and play it immediately to one of your open cases. This forms the bulk of the game, so we'll spend a bit of time looking at what this entails exactly. Each open case starts with a victim and forms an independent line of investigation in which you'll be playing the clue cards. To do so, you need to match the investigative icon on the left side of the clue card you want to add with one of the icons on the right side of the last card in that open case. You may also need to meet other requirements. For instance, if the card has a lock attribute, then there must be a card with the key attribute somewhere in your open case. Each key card allows one lock card to be played, not necessarily consecutively. Another requirement is the card minimum, which requires that at least 3 other clue cards be present in that case. These extra requirements are in addition to matching the investigative symbol. Finally, once you've played the card, you must resolve the effects printed in the bottom section of that card. The brown colored effects are optional. They are usually beneficial, and you choose whether to resolve them or not. The effects printed in black are mandatory, and you must resolve them in order from left to right if there's more than one. One final thing about playing cards to open cases is the mental strain rule. Long investigations are mentally draining. For each card after the 7th clue card in an open case, you must perform an additional stability check. This would make it a good time to talk about stability checks. Through card effects or the mental strain rule, you will be asked to perform a stability check, which requires you to take the top card from the draw stack and look for the stability penalty icon in the bottom right. If it is there, you need to place that card in the stability penalty area. If it isn't there, you will discard the card, first checking to see if the time penalty icon is there, as usual. Your third option for the first lead card is to discard it using the rules we've previously discussed, and then play a card from your hand to one of your open cases using the rules we've just gone over for playing cards to open cases. Your fourth option for the first lead card is to discard it, then close one of your open cases. You can close an open case when there are 5 different clue card types in that open case. You would then take the victim and clue cards and put them all in your closed cases area. If there are 6 different clue types in the open case, when you close it, you get to remove one of the cards from your stability penalty area and discard it or take it into your hand. The main motivation for closing cases, however, is the possibility of scoring puzzle cards. Now, you can score a puzzle card if, once you've removed it and placed it in your big picture area, there is still a sufficient number of different clue card types to close the case. If you manage to close all your open cases, you will draw a new victim card, but also take all the cards in your time penalty area and your discard stack and reshuffle them into your draw stack. Your fifth and final option for the first lead card is to simply discard it and pass, doing nothing further. After taking an action, your turn ends with the maintenance phase, during which you're going to perform all 4 of the following steps in the order listed. The first one is to see if you have 5 or more puzzle clue cards of different types in your big picture area. If you do, you win. If you don't, keep playing. Next, you check your stability penalty area. If you have 5 or more clue cards there, you lose. If not, keep playing. Next, you check your time penalty area. If you have 5 or more clue cards there, you're going to draw a new victim card, then put all the cards from the time penalty area in your discard stack. If you need to draw a victim card and there are no cards left to draw, you lose. If not, keep playing. Finally, you're going to refill the leads row. You're first going to move all the cards remaining in the leads row as far left as they can go. Then you'll draw cards from the draw stack to fill empty spaces from left to right. If at any time you need to draw from the draw stack and you run out of cards, then you'll need to draw a new victim card, then take all the cards in your discard stack and reshuffle them to form a new draw stack. If you have no victim cards left to draw, you lose. Otherwise, keep playing and move on to the next turn. We've reached the end of the tutorial. The ways to adjust the game difficulty settings and the individual card effects are described in the rulebooks. Ludonova is releasing the first official case file in October 2017, while the limited edition collector cases are available now. I hope you check them out. Thanks for watching.